3-on-3 OT winner, Quinn Hughes. You can hear Freebird belting out after he scores the goal. How did we ever do the Olympics without NHL players? This is so much more fun. You had OT, and a third OT game featuring the United States yesterday, who takes down Sweden.
And, I mean, I know we see it, but how awesome, especially when it's do or die. Like, you don't get a point for an overtime loss. Nope. You don't get any of that stuff. It is you win or your Olympic time is done. And the 3-on-3 is so much fun.
Well, one of the big things in 3-on-3 is your defenseman able to move the puck, generate offense. Quinn Hughes was forced to his backhand the previous attempt. He says, I'm staying on the ice. He gets it on the forehand. He buries the goal. Ping! Awesome sound, awesome moment. USA keeps rolling. They go to the semifinals. They'll play Friday against Slovakia.
Michigan saves the Union.
Well, think about it. Larkin scores the goal. Quinn scores the goal. Hellebuck from the state of Michigan gives up one goal for the whole game, saves 28 of 29 shots. Yeah. Courtesy of the state of Michigan. The team's rolling. And you know what? Good for Dylan Larkin to get that goal early. He wins the faceoff. He's been great in the faceoff circle. He's not playing on the top power play, any of the power plays. He's not playing on the top two lines, but he's contributing. He's making a difference. He's playing defense in his own end, and of course he gets rewarded in front of the net, putting in a goal. He's finally getting the respect I think he deserves. I don't know if we fully appreciate Dylan Larkin because the team's success hasn't been there. He's approaching his 5th consecutive 30-goal season. He is not a slouch on defense. He plays penalty kill. He plays power play. He plays all situations. We have a star. Now, he's not McKinnon or McDavid superstar. We have a star, and you see it in these international competitions. I wonder if he's finally starting to get the respect he deserves. I wonder if people here have underappreciated Dylan Larkin.
I don't necessarily know that we've underappreciated him, but maybe, and it's kind of a contradiction, maybe we haven't fully appreciated how consistent he's been. And he is good. He's not great. He's not super special, but he's been very consistent. And what was it, 2 years ago when he missed, 6 or 7 games? That's what started the tank for the Red Wings. And we kind of felt like, hey, when Dylan Larkin comes back and nobody else stepped up in his stead, but then it just, it never came to fruition. And we heard last year in the Four Nations, like he was really good, and they talked about him as being a key component to that team.
A leader on that team, too, by the way. I know he doesn't have the C. They gave it to Austin Matthews, whatever. Larkin is still a leader in that room. Look, he can't carry a hockey team by himself. If that's his sin, if that's his cross to bear, if people want to hold that against him, so be it. But the guy's a damn good hockey player, and I think you see it in these international competitions when he's surrounded by really good hockey players. And if the Red Wings surround them with good players, they'll win plenty of games, too. This guy can be a driving force in winning. You see it when you watch him. And I don't know if we talk about him enough that way locally.
Well, I think he's been dragged down locally by everything that's gone on with the Red Wings and not having been in the playoffs and going on now their 10th season. And hopefully this is the year where, hey, it's the first of many to come. But Dylan Larkin has been here for the stretch run.
Well, right. Look, they've had brutal defense until this season. That's a huge part of them collapsing late in season. They have not had consistent goaltending at any point in his career here. I mean, it's a lot goes into winning and losing hockey games. Who are his line mates? Raymond has blossomed, but he hasn't had a consistent line mate next to those two guys this season, right? They're playing Finney, who's a 7th-round pick, or Casper, who's having a rough second season. It's not like they've handed this guy all the ammunition to go make the playoffs. It's not like Yzerman has outfitted this team with a maxed-up cap team to chase a championship. I just wonder if people have a greater appreciation for Dylan Larkin watching him in the Four Nations, but also doing his thing in the Olympics yesterday.
I think we'll get, if the team has success, there's going to be more praise for a lot of different individuals on this team, and one of them is going to be Dylan Larkin.
And Larkin's getting praise, certainly, including from his teammate Quinn Hughes, who net the game-winning goal. File that away for when Quinn Hughes hits free agency, please. Hasn't signed an extension. Let a man dream. That's a mentor, a big brother. He's got a big heart. I love this guy. Can be a future Red Wing.
It could be. And can we hear the sound of that game-winning goal in the call again? Now, depending on which way the puck goes, that could be the best sound in the world. It can also be the worst and most frustrating sound because the Swedes heard that a lot. Yep. Like there were some shots that were close to going in, hit the post, and did not find the net. But it got me thinking about some of the greatest sounds in sports. That has to be one of them. And especially when it's your team that wins on a, hey, off the post into the net, that noise, that's an iconic call because of that sound.
All of it. I mean, the ping, bar down, Quinn Hughes, the play-by-play call, celebration that ensues, Freebird that eventually fades in at the arena. That it's awesome, and it's one of those great sounds in sports. I like this. We can ask people for some of theirs.
Yeah, what are the great sounds in sports? And
the obvious ones, we can knock out a couple of them.
Well, sure. I mean, the crack of the bat. We hear that all the time in terms of the home run swing and once that bat hits the ball, that's a great sound. But again, it's as long as it's for your team.
Baseball has a lot of good ones. How about a big punch out and you hear the thud in the catcher's mitt?
Mm-hmm. And I always like, especially around NCAA tournament time, when they've got the net mic'd up, and it's when it's all nothing but net, you hear a unique sound, or if it just hits kind of like that last ring or the back of the rim and goes straight down, there's a very unique sound to it.
248-539-9797. We got a couple questions. You got my question about Dylan Larkin. Is he underappreciated? Is he finally getting his respect? And John's question, which is a great one, about the sounds, the great sounds of sports. Ping, bar down, Quinn Hughes. We're going to the semis. There's some good ones out there. Crack of the bat, catcher's mitt, sneaker squeaks when you get into a basketball gym. We'll take your phone calls. We'll get your feedback. It's 97.1.